Hello, right, let's make this office a little bit more like a vibe because at the minute we've just got crap everywhere. Let's do a bit of a ambiance. Okay, now, you wouldn't think I did chemistry at uni. Oh, shit. Vibe. Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is my first PhD update in the longest time. I don't even know when my last PhD video was. Anyway, the stage is finally upon us where I am so close to submission. You might have realised that I started a job in science communication back in March and I had finished all my drafts of my thesis, but it had to go through feedback and things like that. I now have the final feedback and I want to get this thing submitted as quickly as possible, as soon as possible. It's just been going on for ages and I really want to submit it and do my exam without all the literature being completely out of date. I've made a note of the things that my other supervisor said she recommends that I do, and now I'm going to go through the comments from my other supervisor and see what their suggestions are. I'm quite scared. It's always really scary when you're like, oh, I've left comments on this, and you're like, am I going to be bombarded? Is there just going to be like comments everywhere? Am I going to have to change loads? Or is it going to be okay? So I'm going to open that, look at the comments, and then make a to-do list. And I think actually it takes the drama out of looking at comments because you're just being quite objective and being like, what can I action from this comment, rather than being like, I'm an awful human being. Right, let's open. Well, that's good. Where are they? Oh, Julia. Definitely did have comments from my other supervisor. So it just looks on my virtual notepad and I don't actually have comments from my other supervisor. I went through them with her, but I didn't write them down because, you know, past me just doesn't think that future me needs any help. My laptop sounds like it's going to take off because this document's so big. So on my computer right now, I have my thesis open at the side and you can see like any comments that I've got are written here, which is great. And then on this side, I have my Notion notepad. And now what I'm going to do is go through this document here, look at all the comments and write a really rough list of what I need to do from this draft and these comments. Right, we have almost a completed list. There's a few more comments I need to get, but they're on my cloud and I'll sort them tomorrow. So I'll show you now. So this is now what I'm working with. These are my corrections. And like I said, I need to add a few more comments, but that's pretty much what I need to do. To be honest, the corrections at this point aren't too bad. I mean, some of them are really fiddly. I'd say 90% of them are formatting changes, which essentially are things like, make sure if you're calling, I don't know, a protein this name, make sure it's always in italics. And there are a few papers that I have to read. So a few new papers have come out that are relevant to my work. So I've got to read them. And then there's a few figure changes, which are the worst type of changes because the figures are quite fiddly, you know, quite complicated. And they normally involve opening up multiple pieces of software to like edit, you know, one point on a graph. But there's not too many of them, so that's fine. We can do it. I think with these, I can get them done in the week. I'm gonna get them done in the week, and I will vlog this. Let's see how it goes. Oh, fingers crossed. It's just, I'm so close to being done. I just need to get my head down and do it. Hello, I'm back. In a different room, you may have realised I have gone from my house in Liverpool to where I live in London. At the minute, I'm just to-ing and fro-ing. And I was going to pretend like, oh yeah, this is day 2 of me doing my thesis. It actually is day, I think it should be day 4 or day 5, but it's actually the first time I've looked at my thesis since I made that list the other day. But I am gonna do a whole day today. It's a Sunday. I've got the whole day just to try and like crack on with this. And this morning I've said I'm just going to do all of the little changes, and by little changes this is things like in my table of contents I haven't written the the table of contents. So all of those little things that I say they're little and they actually take a really long time. So I've just tried to update my table of contents to put table of contents in it, and it's reformatted the entire table, which took me, you know, a good few hours to format in, I don't know, January, February. So now I've got to reformat the entire table so everything is the right font size, the right italics and all of that sort of stuff. So that's what I'm going to do now. So that one little thing that should have, you know, in my mind, I was like, that'll take 5 minutes. That's probably going to take me an hour now. Great. And that, my friends, is Sunday. I've had a really good session for the thesis because I just thought I would do all those, like, the little things that take quite a while to change. And I just got on a roll. And I've done, I think, all of those little changes, like all of them, just by like sitting down, focusing. I went for a run around halfway through. I scheduled in, I was like, I'll go for a run, came back, ate some nice soup, and then got back to my desk. And I broke it all down into like really tiny tasks. So it was like, I was just ticking off so many things. So I'll show you my list now. So this is me to-do list. So before, I've added some things to it, so it's even longer. But before, I had nothing ticked off. And now, yes, most things ticked off. So yeah, really, I'm really happy with that because I was just, you know, and you just overthink things sometimes. I think when you have like quite a long list and you're like, oh my God, there's loads of things to do. But actually when you start doing them, it's not that bad. So now I've left like the harder tasks or the bigger tasks for the rest of the week. And according to this schedule, by Friday, I should be doing the final read through before I submit. We'll see how that goes. I mean, if that actually happens, I will be over the moon. Oh, I will be so happy. But we'll see. Right, well, I'm off to make me dinner. But I'll catch you tomorrow for more PhD fun. Yeah. Good morning. It's just gone 6 o'clock in the morning, I think. And I'm about to start doing thesis work. I completely forgot to film yesterday. I think I'm the world's worst vlogger in the world. I just missed days out. I left my camera literally right there and I was in bed and I just rolled over and I looked at the camera and I was like, I didn't do that today, did I? So I was like, I will vlog now and then talk about what I did yesterday and then vlog later this evening to talk about what I did today. Right, let's get myself set up. Oh, shine a brick. I look rough as chips. This is what a PhD does to you. Look at this. Yesterday morning, I did some reading. I picked 3 papers. I read them. I had up, let me show you, my fave lit review spreadsheet, paper spreadsheet. I haven't opened that in a while. I just added in a few papers, read them, wrote a few notes on them, and then added them into my lit review. That went fine, actually. The papers were nice to read and it was quite an interesting topic, so popped them in. That took me about 2 and a bit hours. And then last night, I've got corrections from my other supervisor that are like track changes, but I can't track change them because I'm working in a different document. So essentially I was just having the 2 documents side by side and going through and adding their changes to my actual document. And I did that in front of the telly watching Too Hot to Handle. So that was good. So now on my list, we're looking lots of blue, but I am tired. I have a big tea. Am I blurry as well? Tell you, I think I've just been blurry that entire time. I apologise. Like I said, world's worst vlogger. You wouldn't believe it, but the morning is the time when I shine. It's the time when I'm most productive, even if I look as rough as a badger's arse. I'm gonna go now so I can actually like do this work, and then before I go to bed tonight, I'll check in and tell you about my day and how it's going. But yeah, let's crack on. End of day. I didn't know what day are we on, day 4 maybe? I also just realised I've had this camera in manual focus for like the past, I don't know, 6 videos or something I filmed, and they've all been dead blurry and I've been like, what has happened to my camera? I had it in manual focus because I'm smart. So yeah, end of day. I think it's technically day 3 that I've been doing this, but I should have been doing it for like a week now, but whatever. Successful. So I managed to read a few papers this morning, added them in to my lit review, and then this evening I sat on my bed, had my laptop in front of me, I had a show on Netflix, and I just did all of those little track changes. So I've finished all of them now. I'm actually on schedule, I'm actually on track. It's funny because I thought this was going to be really, really hard, and I'm not saying it's not hard, but I mentally build up drama around things like this because my thesis like means so much to me. And so I think I was really dreading this little portion of final amendments because I was like, oh, if there's, I don't know, if the comments are really harsh or if there's a lot I need to change and what if it's not good enough and blah, blah, blah. But honestly, as I've been reading it through, it's been really nice to read because it's like, I actually can't believe I've written all that. I actually cannot believe I have written that. And yeah, I think I'm just having more of that like realisation, which has been, it's been really lovely actually. But it's now a very late 3 minutes past 9 p.m. It's still light outside, as you can probably tell from the lighting in here. And I'm going to sleep because you have to go to sleep at like 9 if you're getting up at 5 in the morning to write your thesis. But I will catch you tomorrow for the next roundup of my research thesis final stages. Yeah! Hi! End of day 4, maybe day 4, and today has been somewhat quieter than I anticipated. So this morning I read 2 reviews. I read one of them and skimmed the other because they're on the same topic to go into my lit review. So that was fine. It actually took me like about an hour and a half. And then this evening the plan was to do some comments from one of my supervisors, but the document, I don't know what's wrong with it, but the document is like corrupted. So when I open it, I can see all the changes in the document, but I can't see any of the comments. So it means like I know there's 15 comments in there, 15 comments, but I can't see what they are. And I can see where they are, but I don't know what they say. So contacted IT to try and get them to like see if they can fix the document so I can see what the comments say. Because now I'm at this point where it's like, I want to submit this, but I sort of want to see what those comments were. Because if it's something important that I need to change and I just don't change it, that's not going to be good. So on to tomorrow. Tomorrow is, I've got to do figure corrections in the morning. I don't want to do them, they're the worst. No, we say they're the best, they're great, it's going to be easy, it's going to be fine. And anyway, get those comments, hopefully make those little changes, and then it's starting to read from start to finish. Final reading. And I also realised that this video has been like a 101 in me being a scruff. I do sincerely apologise for that. And maybe I should show me a little list actually. Let me do a list update. To blue list, I should call it, because it's to blue. Look at that. It's pretty much all done. They're what I'm doing tomorrow morning. Pretty much done. Right, on that note, I'm gonna go to bed. Good night. Jeez Louise, I've just woken up from a nap that I did not mean to take. We're almost there with the thesis. I have to do a few more comments from my supervisor. I managed to sort out the document that was like corrupt, and I've tackled like 95% of the comments. And then once that's done, it's read through time. It's read through time. So the read through I think will probably take me a good day or so. And then once I'm happy with it, let's reframe that, I'm never going to be happy with it. I've even reading it now, I'll like rewrite it and then I'm like, that's good, and then I read it later and I'm like, no, I don't like that. Like, I feel like the expectation of being happy with this, that needs to go in the bin because that's not going to happen. But once I'm like, yeah, that's good, that's done, then I can submit. Very exciting. I'm off. I am so bored. I'm so bored. Oh, I feel sorry for my examiners having to read this. I think just reading it all in one go is painful. So I'm on page 99 of 339. It's just taking me ages to read, and that's because, well, it is long obviously, but I just get really distracted because it's like what I'm trying to do is read every single word to check that I've written what I'm meant to have written. So I've read my lit review, my introduction, and my methods. So I've read those 3 sections. I'm now on my first results chapter. So if I can get that done tonight and then get up early tomorrow and try and do results 2 and 3, then I'll just have the discussion to read. So yeah, this is taking me longer than I thought it was going to take. Like, I thought I could read it all in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was my thesis. It was built in like a year. I don't know why I thought I could do that. I don't know who I think I am. I can't read things quickly even if I enjoy reading them, like if it's a good book. And, you know, this is like the equivalent of a novel, and it's not a page turner. But I am like, yeah, at this part I thought the reading part would be quick and easy, and it's not. It takes time. Maybe 2 more days? Maybe? Oh, we'll see. Right, well, I'm off to read this so I can get to bed at a decent time. Good night. Hello. Hi. Yes, I'm in another room again, literally changing more rooms than Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen. That was a very niche reference, but I finished reading my thesis. I finished reading it and I've just exported it to PDF. So I now want to submit it, and I've just been reading the instructions and it doesn't look too complicated to submit, but I'm going on holiday in literally like, I need to be out the house in 10 to 15 minutes, and I'm currently, as you can maybe see behind me, I'm still packing. So I might see if I can upload this now if I've missed something. You know when you're in that thing and you're like, I just don't want to miss anything when I'm uploading it. I'd love to have half an hour right now to do it. Yeah, I'll try and upload it now. It took 4 days to read. It was painful, it took ages, but I think I've caught every spelling mistake, every time I accidentally copied something twice and had sentences repeating themselves. I think I've caught everything. Anyway, it doesn't really matter, it's getting uploaded. Let's go. Update, I've just exported it to PDF and the formatting has gone fucking shocking. Why does this happen? Let me show you. Can you see that? That's meant to be a full page of writing. Yeah, like this. This is what my text looks like currently. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why is Microsoft Word, why does it do this to me? It looks fine in Word and then the PDF looks an absolute shit show. So scrap that. Obviously not submitting it today. I'm gonna have to try and figure out how to convert to PDF without that happening and submit tomorrow. So we will be in another room tomorrow and we will submit. We will get there, but yes, I will see you on the other side. So we're in a different location again. I can't open my eyes because it is so bright, but here we are. And finally, we're here. We're gonna go and submit it now. If I could open my eyes, that would be good, but let's go submit it. So pretty. Not my little egghead, that. So I spoke yesterday morning about the issues I was having with my formatting. Essentially what happened was, wherever I had put in a citation in the text that was like a link to a figure, so like figure 1A or figure 12B or table 2, wherever I put them in the text, when I exported my Word document to a PDF, all the formatting after those little insertions just went wild, and I was like, oh, this is terrible, because obviously in text I've got so many of those little citations. So what I did this morning, I did a lot of Googling, couldn't find a straightforward answer of how to fix that problem. So if anyone from Microsoft is watching, sort it out. Like how is there not an easy fix for that? So what I did was I copied my document, opened it again, and then manually went through and took out all of those figure links, so linking that figure to the actual figure in text, and just wrote like figure 2, figure 3, like just with text rather than it being a link. So that has sorted it, and we now have a PDF of my thesis. So I'm now going to upload it. I just need to reread the instructions from UCL, check I've got everything there, and then Dropbox time. I mean, like, I'd be tempted to check the whole thing again, but I just think I could do that forever because it's just such a big document. I could keep checking it. I'm leaving it. Oh my god, I've just got a butterflies login. Oh, I'm on the page. Oh, right. And then you just upload the file and then send it. I actually can't believe this is happening. So as you can see, my name, I'm sending it to, ooh, there's the little file. That's it right there. So let's actually press upload, press upload. Okay, upload all files. I think once you click this, it just goes to the examiners. Come on. Oh, what? I pressed the button and nothing happened. So I went off the page and came back on. So I'm just going to fill out again. This is meant to be press the button and I'm meant to be like, yeah, press the button, and just not happen. So why are you ruining me moment? I don't know what you're doing. Right. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh. Just read the instructions on the Dropbox page. I'm doing everything right. It just says you add it and then you press upload. Nothing is happening. Is it because the file's too big? Is the file too big and it's taking ages? That might be it, mightn't it? Right, what I'm gonna do is go and get myself a drink and then come back and see if this file has uploaded. Maybe it's just like uploading, but there's no bar to tell me that it's uploading, whatever. This is ridiculous. I don't know. Oh my god, it's uploaded. It's uploaded. I came back in and it's just like, your file has been uploaded and saved. That's it. My thesis is done. My thesis has been handed in, and that is the culmination of 5 years of work, 4 years of work, all in that little like submission. My thesis is done, yay! Well, thank you so much for watching this. I don't even know how long it'll be. Rambly video diary of me on this journey to submit my thesis. I thought it was going to take me a few days. It's taken me a few weeks. I'm now going to go and chill for 2 weeks and just not even think about work. I cannot wait. Right, well, I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Bye. Submit.